shoulder. Never thought once about thinking it over. Feels like you're the only one who's ever been in a bad situation. Now you need to take yourself a love vacation, 'cause after all, what's done is done. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Everything around you's growing old. The days drag on, the nights last forever. Every day's tougher just to keep it together. Forget everything you've ever known, except for home. You made a promise you couldn't keep. I bet he's not losing a bit of sleep over how you're getting down the line. Now don't you fret, now don't you worry. Don't get in too much of a hurry, 'cause up ahead's that city lit sign. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Everything around you's growing old. The days drag on, the nights last forever. Every day's tougher just to keep it together. Forget everything you've ever known, except for home. Home is where the heart is. That's what somebody once said. I think your heart is where your love is. All the rest, baby, the rest it's all in your head.
Hey everybody, this is Vance with Six String Country, and today we're learning the bass line to Sick and Tired by Cross Canadian Ragweed. It's a pretty simple song. The only thing I would say is that the bass line is kind of just, it's not super repetitive form-wise, so what you kind of have to do is learn the building blocks of each 4 bars of the song, and then just be able to kind of interchange them with each other throughout the song. But it's in the key of G, and it's pretty easy, so give it a shot. All right, y'all, this is the rhythm lesson for Sick and Tired. And it's a pretty simple rhythm part for this song. Most of the song, except for the bridge, is just 3 chords and slightly varying strum patterns. But honestly, if you listen to the original track, they're not super consistent with anything as far as, like, you know, ornaments on any particular chord or any particular strum pattern. So if you get the general gist of the song, you're going to be riding it out, and it's going to be okay. But yeah, to start, the main progression of the song is 1 bar of G, so just standard open G chord, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, and then open middle 2 strings, and then 3-3 on the top. We all know that one. And then we're going to a G over F sharp kind of thing. So same strings on the top, but then you just move down to F sharp to the 2nd fret on the E string with your 1st finger, and then to an A minor chord. And so that's just regular open A minor, open A, 2-2 on the middle 2 strings, 1 on the B string, and then open E. And sometimes we'll kind of be going between that and then lifting our 1st finger so that the open B is ringing. So just kind of get used to that motion. And then, yeah, the verse progression, or the verse strum pattern, is kind of like this. That's the first 4 bars. So down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And I'm keeping my right hand going there even when I'm not, strumming a particular beat. And then to the second time through, we'll add a little bit of that action, it'll be kind of like this. And if you're listening in the song and listening in the track, sometimes there's a little bit of a clash between what the acoustic part and what the electric part's doing. If that bothers you, you can always just kind of go with one or the other, or you can just lean into that, because that's kind of how the original track is, and there's not a whole lot of like, we're deciding to do this one part as a group, you know? All right, y'all, this is the lead lesson for Sick and Tired, and you're gonna find that it's probably easier than the rhythm lesson for the most part, because a lot of it is just big old diamonds, lots of whole notes, just holding chords out. But we do play the intro, which was not in the rhythm lesson. So playing a Telly style guitar, nothing crazy tone-wise, just pretty clean, slightest bit of breakup maybe going into Fender style amp. And yeah, let's get right to it. So starting with a G chord, going down G over F sharp, just walking it down to the 2nd fret, and then got an A minor chord. So that's the only real lick in the song. It's just right there, and then that repeats itself at the end. But anyway, so just kind of arpeggiating this G chord to start. So I'm just arpeggiating, and then I'm kind of doing like a little lazy shift there to catch those middle 3 strings, the open middle 3, before we hit the A minor, you know, regular A minor, 0, 2, 2, 1, 0. And then I lift my first finger to catch the open B string. And then this little lick is, so open D, hammer onto the 2nd fret with my 2nd finger, open G, slide into the 4th fret with my 2nd finger, slide back down, and then pull off. So once again,
Days drag on, the nights last forever.